What's up, folks? Little Rami here, bodybuilder, YouTuber, and we're today talking multivitamins. Multivitamins, also called multis, depends on how you want to call it. One of the biggest debates in the industry of fitness, or not even fitness, regular people, if you whether you should take multivitamins or not. Is there any actual benefits to it? Is there any side effects or harming effects to it? Now we're going to break that down. We're going to take it step by step. That way we can see and analyze if multivitamins are essential or no. We're going to break everything down. That way you're able to understand whether you need that or no. But let me make that statement first. There's no supplementations that can substitute or can take over a poor diet. So if you're not eating properly, if your nutrition sucks, multis or any other supplementations are not going to do anything for you. So you want to make sure that you set the base out first. Your base is your food, your nutrition. You want to make sure that is set first and bound. And then you can think of supplementing that with whatever you need. So with a poor diet, multivitamins, any other vitamins or supplementation in general is not going to really help you with anything. What are multivitamins? What are multis? Well, they contain so many different vitamins and minerals, along with some other ingredients that depends on the company or the branding that you're buying from. Each and every company, they're different when it comes to packing their own multivitamins. There's always label in the back. Make sure that you read the label in the back. Make sure that it has the vitamins that you actually need. Make sure the percentage is good enough for you. It all depends on everybody. You mostly go comfortably with the company that you're used to, but you want to make sure that the label back there is good enough for you. Multivitamins, they are available in many forms. We've got tablets, we've got capsules, we've got liquids, we've got chewable gums, and we've got also some powder. Now, I wouldn't really recommend taking chewable gums. The reason is, if you're dieting right now, you're trying to lose some fat, you're trying to lose some weight. Of course, you're going to be in a caloric deficit. It doesn't make any sense if you're in a caloric deficit and you're chewing gummies. They contain sugar, they have calories. Now you might have that within your caloric intake daily. You might consider that, but in most cases, you really don't do that. So if you do consider the chewable gums in your diet, in your caloric deficit, when it comes to the calories, you're good to go. But if you don't, I would really recommend taking it. You've got other choices. Now, what do multis contain? Well, they contain necessary 13 vitamins and 15 minerals. I'm not going to dive into what are those. They're obvious to know, like vitamin A, D, K, E, and some others, iron, zinc, and magnesium, and folate, and others. But we're not going to dive into that right now. We're trying to make that video short. What we need to know is, what do multis actually do to our bodies? Many produces enzymes and hormones, that can actually help your immunity. It boosts your immunity. It boosts your focus. It keeps your nerves and organs intact to keep them in a healthy condition. They also contain some other ingredients like fatty acids, herbs, and amino acids. Now, again, that comes back to the branding and the company that you're dealing with. I'm going to put some more emphasis into reading the labels in the back. Read the ingredients and read whatever supplements that you take it actually has, because it might have something that you don't really want and you're spending so much money on it. Doesn't make any sense. What I need to worry about is, does actually multivitamin help with optimizing my health? Let's dive into that right now. So there are several studies examining specific population, and they found that multivitamins do really have a good effect on your brain, your eye health, especially in adults, because the more you grow, the more you age, your brain starts going out of whack, your memory starts going out of whack. So supporting that or supplementing that with multivitamins can actually help boost that a little bit. Also, research have found that multis can also affect your mood substantially. So research has not only revealed links between poor diet and nutrition deficiency, but also between nutritional supplementation and reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. So it works both ways. So it actually do help with optimizing your health. And if you do have any, I would say, anxiety, depression, bad mood swings, supplemented that with multivitamins can really do some magic. All right, so now we know that multivitamins do have some good effects on your health. As a matter of fact, it is really important. I mean, it's really evident right now that multivitamins are essential when it comes to supplementing your body with something that you need, along with a proper diet. But now, do multivitamins have side effects? Well, I would say not really, unless you play with the dosages. Dosages is the main factor when it comes to harming yourself in anything, not only in supplementation, I mean, in food, even water. If you intake so much water, you know, it can actually may end up killing you. If you intake so much food, it's obesity right there. So, same thing when it comes to vitamins and supplementations. Playing with the dosages too much, going up with the dosages too much can actually harm you. So, it is an essential factor to consider when intaking multis or supplements in general. So appropriate dosages also varies when it comes to the solubility of the multis, because there are two forms of multivitamins. There is water soluble and there is fat soluble. So what are those? Water soluble, the excess amount that you intake, your body flushes out quickly. It goes through the urine throughout the day. So there is not so much worry when it comes to water soluble. When it comes to the fat soluble, excess amount can actually be stored in your liver. And that's the big problem right there. You don't need that. So please watch your dosages when it comes to the multivitamins or the vitamins in general. And the reason why we're talking about multis when it comes to the dosages, because multivitamin contains so many vitamins. Some of them are very toxic if you up the dose. So make sure that you consult your doctor when it comes to dosages if you want to take vitamins. For first of all, if you're not an athlete, if you're not a bodybuilder, if you do not put strenuous load on your body, make sure to get your blood work first. Get your blood work done. If your blood work is fine and everything is in place and intact, there's no need for supplementations. Now, what about if you are an athlete, a bodybuilder, someone that really puts some load on your body? Your body now is in demand of something else right next to the food, because your body now needs to adapt to the strenuous load that you put on it. It needs to adapt to recovery. It needs to adapt to so many different things. So alongside with the base, which is your nutrition and your food, a proper diet, you need some supplementations. When you put your body under physiological intense training, you know, um, that's when supplementations comes in handy. So if you are a regular person, if you if your job is just an office job, if you don't do much around every day, and your blood work comes out fine, don't even consider buying any supplementations. Don't consider buying multivitamins. Now, if you do have a deficiency in any of the vitamins when you get your blood work done, that's when you go back to your doctor and consult, and he's going to let you know what dosages and what type of vitamins that you actually need. So please be careful. Pregnant woman. When it comes to pregnant women, you need to be super, super careful when it comes to the dosages, especially vitamin A. And obviously, since we're talking multis, there is some percentage of vitamin A in your multivitamin. Um, Also, there is different multivitamins when it comes to men and women. The ingredients in the men multivitamin is completely different than the ingredients in a woman multivitamins. They're two different human beings. They have different needs when it comes to that. So both of them are different. But I would say for women, pregnant women, when it comes to multivitamin, be very careful with the excess dosage of vitamin A. Research have shown that vitamin A, or excessive intake of vitamin A, is linked to congenital disabilities. You don't want that. You don't want that. I mean, it's something not to play with. Again, when it comes to pregnant women, your consultations goes along with your doctor all the time. And if he knows that you need something, he's gonna let you know. Don't just go on your own and buy something off of Amazon just because the trend out there is taking vitamins and just to be healthy. You might be healthy actually. You never know. What if your food is good? You're getting all the nutrients that you need from your food. You're good. Your baby is good. You're good to go. No need to play with anything. Now, smokers. Smokers, you got to be careful with excess intake of vitamin A and beta carotene. Research has shown that there is a link between vitamin A, beta carotene, and constipation, vomiting, and nausea and upset stomach when it comes to smokers. Some other evidences or some other research have shown that it also interferes with lung cancer. So you got to be careful with that as well. And again, I'm going to put so much emphasis around consulting a doctor when it comes to intaking anything through your mouth that goes in your gut. Bottom line, we've gathered some information, some beneficial information when it comes to multis. So now, should you take multis or no? Again, it all depends, but they're not right for everyone, and they are a problem for some people. So you got to figure out which group of people do you belong. Whether it's gonna be beneficial for you and it's gonna help your body, helps your health, goes in the right direction, or is going to actually affect you in a negative way. When it comes to older adults, there's a decrease in vitamin B12. Yeah, I mean, at B12, there's a decrease in body anyways as an adult. So I would say you want to consider intaking multivitamins that contain B12, or you can take B12 on its own, if you need a concentrated dose. Also, along with some calcium, magnesium, as an adult, the more you age, the more you need anyway. Now, vegans and vegetarians, B12 is primarily found in animal food. Now, how are you going to get that in? There's no other way. So supplementing with B12 is going to be really essential to vegans and vegetarians, along with calcium, zinc, iron, vitamin D, omega-3, and fatty acids, because it's hard to get that from plant-based food. If you follow a plant-based diet, you want to consider supplementing yourself with these vitamins. So if you follow that type of diet, you want to make sure that you consider supplementing yourself with B12, zinc, iron, calcium, omega-3, vitamin D, and fatty acids. And that's how you get your body running in the right direction. You want to make sure that your body is optimized with the nutrients that it needs. So that way, it can be healthier, live longer, and have a happy life. That's it for today, folks. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it, make sure that you spread the knowledge around. There's nothing best than spreading knowledge, helping people out. Now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and see you guys in the next one.